Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the second series of the Adventurecast. Adventurecast where we play through the series of fighting fantasy books from Steve Jackson and Ian Livingston. This episode sees us still working our way through the Citadel of Chaos by Steve Jackson. And as ever, I am joined by Thomas Ryan.
Hello.
And Andy Jones.
Hello.
And who are we in control of, guys? Remind me.
Go for it, Tom.
Salazar Salazaar Spellington Esq, the second.
Because the first one met his demise.
Whoa.
Via the Ganges.
Whoa.
The dreaded Ganges.
Gloriously
Attempting
to fly too close to the sun.
I mean, he fell out a window, really, didn't he?
I mean, that's a terrible way to...
It is,
what
but it is
me,
also...
At least gravity killed him and not the Ganges.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, either way, we've moved past him.
Some of us haven't.
We're on to his son, who's not having a great time at the moment, but he's just successfully defeated an orc, a goblin, and a dwarf.
Crushed me.
Without even suffering a single bit of damage.
Exactly. Some smashing dice rolls there.
Yeah. Don't expect that to hold up, listeners. It's going to turn on us. And it's going to turn into a very dire way.
I don't know. We're pretty good
like
at...
a Balthus dire way. Because the main bad guy's called Balthus.
I was about to make my own joke and then you just...
Yeah, I know. I can see it on your face. That's why I was like, I better get in first.
But it's fine, because we're great at rolling dice. Yeah, it just falls flat, doesn't it? It's terrible.
Okay, right. So
just everyone glosses over.
So we picked up. We
Balthus dire, by the way.
Nice.
That's how I'm picturing him.
Okay. Okay, so you set off towards the citadel. Although the night air is calm, you hear a faint whistling, which rapidly gets louder and louder until a strong gust of wind suddenly hits you with such a force that you can barely move against it. You shield your eyes until the blast retreats slightly, and as you open them, you see a ghostly female face inside what appears to be a living whirlwind.
Wait, where are we?
Yeah, what's happened?
This is so you just left the camp, the little encampment of.
Yeah.
You're moving on towards the citadel main door,
And this happens.
and this happens.
Oh,
You?
this isn't you.
It is. We've not found this before. You remember on the other side there was a big old tentacle that grabbed us.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was fun times. Sorry to interrupt, Richard.
Yeah, I
fine.
was so confused. I was like,
It's fine.
Are we-
Actually, this moment having been interrupted, and Tom, can you remind me the next 3 things on your list?
hairbrush library combination.
So those are the 3. So 1 item, 1 location, and 1 intangible thing that hopefully we'll get.
One concept.
Yes. So there's a ghostly female face inside what appears to be a living whirlwind. She mouths words at you which you cannot make out, but some seconds after she's finished talking, the message reaches you. She appears to find your appearance offensive, and is challenging you with words of abuse. You grab at your sword, but she laughs. Will you ignore her and continue, talk to her, or use your magic to see her off?
What's the chances of her having a hairbrush?
Yeah, like I was going to say, it's all of this whirlwind her hair. And
I think we talk to her or we attack her. We do one of the 2.
we're not going to... Nothing jumps out as being magic-y.
Should we just... Maybe...
I feel like she's trying to heckle us to draw us in. It's going to be one of those...
We aren't normally... Like, if our sword's not going to work...
Yeah, I mean, she's wind. Our sword's not going to work.
I mean, what spells have you got?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
no-
illusion? Do we convince her we're also made of wind and form like a beautiful romance? No. Luck. Shield.
I was feeling so confident and now I'm feeling not. Let's run away. we
I
can
don't think
live
we
to
even
fight
wa-
another
I don't
day.
think
It's
we
fine.
even run away. I think she like heckles abuses and we just kind of just look really confused and then just carry on walking past her.
Just look with slight disdain and carry
Yeah,
on.
just what?
So you want to ignore her?
Yes.
Like being heckled by a homeless guy on the street.
She is deeply insulted by your indifference.
Sorry.
The whirlwind rises once more, and this time she knocks you off your feet. You try crawling forwards, but she positions herself in front of you in whichever direction you turn. You will have to try to outwit her, but how will you start? Will you make your anger obvious to her, or talk to her to try and pacify her?
Is it make your anchor?
Anger.
Oh, anger.
She's like, she's getting up all in your grill.
Yeah. No, if we said anchor,
Oh,
I was
right.
like, but we don't have an anchor. Like she
Make her your
she
anchor.
100% can blow us off
he
the.
does have a tattoo of an anchor on his inner thigh.
Okay,
So
I'll make that apparent to her.
Just kind of
Yeah.
brush the coat to one side.
I mean, it works with the orcs, right? Let's be ballsy.
Yeah.
This is who he is now.
This is
I just shout the word anger at her.
I mean, that's not an option, but make your anger obvious.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Anger.
It's basically that Hercules TV series. Disappointed.
Brilliant.
What a dream.
Okay. She laughs again and tells you that she likes to see people getting angry. In good humour, she accompanies you for several meters.
What's happened?
She's now on date.
Conversation is difficult with the wind creature. She sees something in the distant shadows and nips off to investigate, allowing you to advance to the Citadel's main entrance.
What?
The weirdest start
Can we not
to
wait
any
for her to come
episode
back?
we've ever had. Are we going steady?
Yeah. Babe, what did I say?
Okay, right. In front of you is a large wooden door, firmly locked. You may either knock 3 times for the guard, or you may use your strength spell to try
Scimitar.
to open it.
Not 3 times.
Just shout scimitar of the wood. Okay, so we're turning to find...
Actually, what kind of sword do we have?
It's just a short sword, I think.
Not a scimitar.
Not a
That
sword,
isn't
no.
the password.
That's too fancy for Salazar.
I don't know. The Salazar Spellington scimitar.
Yeah, but his dad would have had that, wouldn't
Yeah,
he?
exactly. Yeah.
The door opens.
Sequel scimitar.
The door opens and a large brutish creature steps out. It has a sharp horn in the middle of its forehead, and its skin appears to be armor-plated. It grunts to ask you what you want and demands the password before letting you in. Do you know the password?
Yes.
C.
Okay.
Matar.
Oh, awful. Is the password Scimitar, Ganges, or Kraken?
Sid Scimitar. I'm messing.
Scimitar, okay.
Did a funny.
Are you sure?
100%.
Unless they were lying.
Unless,
But they're dead now. So.
The creature grunts and opens the door to let you in.
lovely.
You're faced with Balfour's Dire. And,
I would like to inquire of the creature where I might find a hairbrush.
yeah. Yeah, does the creature have flowing locks?
I mean, it's a rhino, so probably not.
I mean, not to get pernickety, but a rhino's horn is actually made of composition similar to hair.
Yeah.
So
it's not flowing, then, is it?
maybe it gets brushed. It's hair.
I mean, if you
They
want,
keep it
if you
so
want me
pointy.
to, if you want me to write in a whole section of pages about you caressing this rhino's horn, then fine. But until then,
I'm just saying, seems half written.
well, until then, you are in a narrow hallway. This continues for several meters and ends in a doorway. Halfway along the passage, you see.
Did you say package there?
I'm just thinking about that steamy rhino. Halfway along the passage, you
Halfway
can
along
see
the
an archway where some steps. Oh god. Where some steps lead downwards. Will you go forwards to the door or creep down the steps?
We're same Seamus can wait. We are going forwards.
Yeah. We're not making that
We're
mistake
going to find
twice.
out what this entire floor of the Citadel is because we skipped it
That makes sense.
and then jumped to like floor 10 or whatever it was.
You try the handle of the door and it turns, opening into another hallway. Some distance along, the passageway turns to the right and ends shortly in another door. On this door is a sign which reads, "Please ring for butler." A rope, evidently the bell, hangs by the door. Will you ring as instructed or try the door handle?
Ring. Yeah.
Salazar's used to having butlers.
Yeah, exactly. He knows how this works.
They were
He's
apprentices.
got his own handbell, he doesn't he?
They were apprentices at the Mages Guild, but he was like, "You're my butler now."
Oh no, but he wasn't though. He's somewhere else. He's just been told who his father is.
Just been told a story about how his father was some incredibly powerful sorcerer.
Almighty wizard. The great wizard of yore, because his mother knows for a fact it was, because he had the bathrobe and everything.
Okay, well, so we ring the bell. After several moments, the door opens slowly, and a hunchbacked, misshapen creature with rotten teeth, ragged hair, and tattered clothes stands in front of you. Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Growls the half-human creature. Oh no, this is
Getting more gravelly now.
this is us.
Oh.
I am expected, you reply, and walk past him through the door with confidence.
What?
He is a little bewildered by your manner and stammers, not knowing whether to challenge you or not. Which way to the reception room? You demand. He squints at you through one eye and motions towards a left fork in the passageway a short distance ahead. Will you believe him and take the left fork, or do you distrust this shifty creature and take the right fork?
Can I roll to sense motive? No, wrong. Sorry.
I
I
think.
believe him.
Yeah, I think he's.
Like,
I mean,
I feel like it's too stereotypical to have a hunchback butler, basically Igor, be really mistrustful. But I mean, they do go to cliches and Steve Jackson stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a creative writer. I'm just saying, they're cliches for a reason.
I just want to be trusting. That's the issue. But that's always going to let us down, isn't it?
I feel this is the thing is every time I've had an inkling into something, it's gone wrong. So I almost feel like because I want to trust him,
Do the
I'm
opposite.
gonna say, I think every time we make a decision now, whatever we say first is the thing we don't do.
That might see us better and less rewinds. Okay, so we think we trust him, so let's not trust him.
Yeah.
Oh, this book. It's the worst.
Okay, so you want to do the right-hand door.
Yeah.
A little way up the passageway, there is a doorway on the right-hand side. This door has some strange scrawlings on it, but they are in a language that you do not understand. Will you try opening the door, or will you continue up the passage?
Can not go back.
No, we've committed. Let's keep going up the passage.
Go ask him what the sign says.
It's not an option. 3, 4, 3.
Ring off. Hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Butler, where did you go?
Probably should have gotten his name.
A little further along the passage, you arrive at another fork where you may go left or right.
Oh God.
Always left.
Always left. Left is best.
Think it fails and you can't say west, but sure.
Oh yeah.
You follow the passageway for some time. It turns to the right and eventually reaches a dead end. You may either return to the fork and take the other passage, or you may look for the secret passages.
Look for secret passages.
And this is the moment where we will do a cheeky rewind.
Are you kidding me?
Which will take us back.
There wasn't a secret passage.
To the
Gutted.
fork or
Not to the butler.
It is to the butler. If I can.
knew we should have trusted him.
If I can find.
I take it all back, Steve. You're a good writer. You don't have to. You don't rely on stereotypes and cliches.
I wanted to trust him, and then I felt bad for trusting him.
Well, the thing is,
But
I
then we
wanted
should
to
have
trust
trusted
him, but then that relied on me trusting myself, which is not something I do with this book anymore. So
So we are going to believe him and take the left fork.
yes.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
The passage runs for several meters and then ends at a door. You listen at the door and can hear a deep, heavy breathing coming from inside, as if some large creature were asleep in there. Cautiously, you try the handle and the door opens. Just inside, although the room is dark, you can see that a very large goblin-like creature is asleep on the floor. You may either risk tiptoeing into the room, or you may return to the fork and try the right-hand passage.
Tiptoeing has worked out wonderfully for us.
Have we been in this room before?
I was thinking this, but it wasn't a large goblin creature. I'm sure it was something else.
I think it was
like an ogre.
Yeah, there was a room with a golem previously.
Okay.
That's right.
Well,
because I was saying copy creature, which we never did. But
so far the options seem to be stealthy when you can, and when you can't, be ballsy. So let's
tiptoe worked last time.
So let's be stealthy.
Okay, so you want to be stealthy.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
You tiptoe into the room. We'll find out what can go wrong. The room is gloomy and the air is damp. A crude wooden post is nailed to one wall with several hooks on it. There are 2 doors in the far wall leading onwards. On the post, hanging on the wall, is a makeshift mirror, but as your torch lights up the mirror, its reflection is thrown onto the eyes of the sleeping giant, who grunts and stirs. One eye opens, then another, and seeing you, it springs to its feet. It grabs its axe, which it was using as a pillow, and quickly undoes the leather sheath to reveal a large bronze head. The giant creature is a gark! Large and brutish garks are half goblin, half giant, bred by master sorcerers for their aggressive character. Although somewhat stupid, they are rather tough beasts with a warlike nature. Will you make a dash for the doors, draw your sword ready for a fight, apologise for disturbing the creature, or prepare to use a spell?
Okay, so apologising has worked 0 out of 5 times that we've done it.
Let's fight it.
So how do you want to fight it? Do you want to draw your sword, or prepare to use a spell?
Our sword's baller.
It is, but also Richard just described him as very tough. And he unsheathed something, and I do not.
Have you seen our coat? Okay, magic spell.
Well, it's got to work out for us sometime.
We've got to fight it, even if it's just to weaken it.
Okay, so you may either use a Fool's Gold spell, a creature copy spell, an ESP spell, or a weakness spell.
Okay, so we've got 2 of those options, and we've got 2 of both of them. So ESP or weak.
What does ESP do again? Is it controlling?
Mind reading.
So I feel like weakness
maybe
might
control.
be the better.
Right.
Sorry,
I was waiting for you to look up the spell.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
I'll look at what my ESP is.
Fun fact: Salazar Salazaar Spellington Esq II has never successfully casted ESP before.
I don't think he's successfully casted a spell before.
No,
we haven't used up any yet.
He's done a couple.
I like to think he's never tried it and he's just winging it. It's just
got his father's journal. It's like
he's good with
easy enough.
Good with a sword.
He's
but
just
it's like I think
it's just got the magic words written down, and it's just like
Esp.
So Esp. With this spell, you'll be able to tune into psychic wavelengths. It may help you to read a creature's mind, or it may tell you what is behind a locked door. However, it is sometimes prone to giving misleading information if one psychic source is close to another.
Okay, so there's not another psychic source.
I don't think that's going to help us.
I reckon weak, and then we stab it.
Weakness and then we stab it.
Okay, what do you stab it with, then?
A sword.
Okay.
What? Our ESP?
I mean, it's just gone to sleep. You come into its bedroom. I don't know what's going to happen. You cast your spell, the weakness spell.
Maybe it'll drop its axe on itself.
And the creature stops in its tracks, not quite sure what's happened to it. With some effort, it picks up its axe and comes towards you, but is evidently not such a strong adversary as before. You draw out your sword.
I don't know what's happening.
I'll be honest, mate, I need a moment.
I have been smoking 20 a day.
Have you ever done that thing where you sleep too much? I broke him. I'm happy.
Right, you draw out your sword to finish the Gark off. The Gark has skill 5 and stamina 5.
Crush it.
Mr. Jones, if you roll your dice.
Go on. Roll a 4.
Okay, so that's
9.
Don't even need to roll.
Don't even need you to roll.
So he's got 3 health points left.
Lovely. 6.
6.
That's
So that puts him on 11, so no point rolling.
Yeah.
1 health point left.
7.
Nice. No, 6.
6. So 1.
Six.
So no point rolling. He's down.
Easy.
Crushed it. This dude is well good with his sword.
I'm so good with my rolls that I don't even need to roll.
Okay, so you've defeated the Gark. Well done, guys.
See? Can I say I feel bad though? It was just sleeping. We tiptoed into his room. It
Shone a light in
itself.
its eye. Blinded it. Made it really weak and then stabbed it.
We're bad people. That's what I'm saying.
Terrible people.
I mean, sure.
The front of the book says you are the hero. I don't feel like a hero.
Really don't.
I feel like an intruder.
Well, I mean,
I feel like he does the cave troll bit from Lord of the Rings where he like goes to like grasp its breath like
And now, after having done the thing that Tom just described, the Great Gark lies dead on the ground. You wait for a moment to see whether the commotion will attract any guards, but all appears to be safe. You go through the creature's effects, but find little of value. Inside, a pouch strung around its waist are 6 gold pieces and an ornate hairbrush.
Huzzah!
You may take those with you if you wish. You decide to continue onwards.
we can take both.
Yep, you can take both.
Yeah, 6 gold.
Cash money!
Dollar.
What's the next bit on our list?
Library.
I know books.
Okay, so we've taken the hairbrush. Will you take either the left-hand door or the right-hand door?
I love...
Right is right.
I love...
Right
I
is
love
might.
how there's
that's
no...
all.
There's no indication, like... There's not like, oh, to the left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It smells a bit, or but
Yeah.
to the right, you know, it's a...
To the right, you smell success.
Or just the air smells fresher from this way. You
Yeah.
know?
Or if you can't trust your memory, trust your nose.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's go
I
right.
reckon right.
you want to go right?
Yeah.
So the original Salazar always went left. This new Salazar goes right.
It's okay,
Is that what
breaking
you're saying?
rules. We're just going to alternate. That's going to be the thing. So we went left last time, and that was the correct one. So now we're going to go right, and that's going to be correct, and then left, and
Love it. The door opens into a short passageway which is paved with small stones. A short distance further on, an ornately carved door marks the end of the passageway. But just before the door, a side passage leads off to the left. You approach the door, listening for any signs of life inside. As your hand touches the handle, a voice says, "Do not knock, just enter," from inside. Will you enter the room as instructed, or will you decide against this room and take the passage leading off to the left?
Oh,
or
got to
do
enter.
we knock?
You don't tell me what I can't do.
Yeah. Enter.
You want to enter the room, okay?
Definitely. And I hope it's a library.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want you to knock.
And we
I
try
was going to say maybe he doesn't want you to knock so you don't make noise, but I feel like by
shouting
virtue
at
of
us.
him shouting that.
You enter a room which is evidently a library of some sort.
Huzzah!
Books stretch from ceiling to floor on each wall, and several tables and chairs are lined through the centre of the room. At the far end sits a dark-skinned man who looks up at you from a book over narrow eyeglasses. Behind him is a door. "Yes, what is it?" he snaps. "Which book are you looking for?"
A combination of
You
them.
scan the various shelves which are labelled. Will you ask him for biographies of the Balthus Dire, secrets of the Black Tower, creatures of the Kingdom of Kragan Rock?
We'll literally shoot if we don't pick Secrets of the Black Tower.
Yeah, like that is literally where we died before. So I feel like knowing some secrets there would,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's
And
like
then-
literally a no-brainer. Like, normally, for entertainment purposes, I would talk about the other two. We keep dying. Give us the secrets.
Stop.
He indicates a section on the shelves, and you take a book to one of the tables to read through it. The book is most enlightening. Tracing the history of the Citadel, the Black Tower was built by Balthus Dire's grandfather. As it became a sanctuary for the forces of evil, law and order gradually made way for chaos as the monstrous creatures battled their way up the powerful hierarchy. Dire's grandfather eventually found it necessary to protect himself from his minions by setting up various protective traps between the creatures and its own dwellings, most notably of those being the Doom Pit Trap and a magical combination lock on the door to his own room. The combination of the lock is 217.
We've done it.
You read further about the various secret passageways that permeate the Citadel. You may then choose either to ask the man for for the section on Balthus Dire, or the section on Sorry, let me start that again. You may then choose either to ask the man for the section on Balthus Dire, or the section on Creatures of Crag and Rock, or you may leave the room through the door at the far end.
I think we go for the...
Find out some stuff about this guy?
Yeah, because he's the person we're trying to defeat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you end up in prison.
You get arrested for reading too much.
He points to a section just above the floor, which you peruse. Yeah. Eventually...
And you're dead.
Eventually, you choose one volume and settle down to read through it. Balthus Dire is apparently third in line of sorcerer warlords ruling over the Black Tower and the Kingdom of Kragenrock. He rose to power over the death of his father, Kragan Dire, some years ago. The Dyers have been masters of black sorcery for generations, but their strength and power last during the night time only. Sunlight is like a poison to them. Suddenly, after his father's death, Balthus Dire married the Lady Lucretia, herself a black sorceress, and since that time they have ruled over the Kingdom of Kragenrock. As you finish the book, you notice the librarian is holding his hand to his ear, apparently listening to something. He glances up at you quizzically. You may either look for another useful book which may aid you on your quest, or attempt to leave the library through the door behind him.
What other books do we have? What was the...
That was the creatures one.
That could be useful. We could maybe find out about those Ganges.
Let's hope so.
They're likely to be...
I am a bit worried this is about to go, and he was listening for guards to come at you, but let's read. Knowledge is power, as they say.
They do.
You might learn some new spells.
It's a well-known Spellington...
Oh mate, if we learn strength, I'm all for this.
Okay, well, as you study the shelves, you hear a commotion from behind you.
Are you... I'm about to go very...
You wheel around in time
How many
to see,
bitches we got to fight?
to see orc-like creatures armed and on guard materialising one another behind you. Materialising one after the other behind you. They advance and surround you. The tallest one moves his face close to yours and blows a puff of breath straight into your eyes. The room spins.
We're in
You
love.
slump to the ground, unconscious.
I didn't even get time to say a quip.
No time.
Alright, next time, Richard.
As he
I
was
always-
falling down, he was like, buy me a drink.
You wake up in a dirty room with rough walls cut into the rock. Iron bars in the window and the door confirm your suspicion that you were in a prison cell of some sort.
Huzzah.
Tom, tell me what the next thing on the list was.
Oh, no.
No, that was... Yeah, but what was...
We needed to get to prison, right?
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh,
made
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just... That was the setup.
Yeah. Sorry.
Iron bars in the window and the door confirm your suspicion that you're in a prison cell of some sort. There is not much you can do but sit on the straw mattress in one corner until someone appears. An hour or so later, you hear a shuffling noise outside. Looking through the bars in the door, you can see a lizard-like creature shuffling down the corridor, carrying a mug and a bowl. The beast has two heads which talk to each other as he walks. Its skin is grey and scaly, and a long tail follows it up the passage. It stops at your door and pushes the bowl and mug through a small opening into your cell, then shambles off to sit at a table across the hall. You have been given bread and broth. Will you eat and drink, or will you call out to this creature, a calicorn? So basically, we need to choose whether to take our food or talk to the calicorn. But I feel us landing in prison is probably a pretty good place to stop this episode. So thank you very much for listening. I think we've done a bit better this time, as opposed to last time. Not quite so many restarts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks very much for listening. I've been joined by Andy and Tom.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks
us.
for having me.
If you want to find them on Twitter, you can find Andy at
RDS Jonesy.
and Tom at
T. Ryan Art.
and you can find the site at Rolling Dice Show and myself at RDS Rich. For all of our content, if you head over to rollingdiceshow.com, we've got videos, we've got written articles, we've got reviews, all sorts. And wherever you're listening to this, please give us a cheeky little review. 5 stars is nice, but to be honest, if there's something you don't like, let us know, and that's great. One thing that I do want to do is to say thank you very much to Bez for giving us some really nice feedback on the podcast, and we had some lovely fan art. Andy, if you want to...
Yeah, my good friend Laura, at Mirage of Hope, I hope I've got that right now, otherwise that'll be embarrassing, drew a picture of Salazar the First.
Yeah, the former.
And it was really cool. We retweeted it on the Roll and Dice account, but we'll probably use it in the... post it again.
Yeah,
I'll
put it in the post for this episode just to get it out there. But thank you very much. If you fancy giving us a little drawing, do that. But, just let us know if you think Salazar's a freaking idiot. That's great.
He's a baller.
We need to figure out more details on how the second looks.
The lady's
second
jacket.
coming. Yeah.
But yeah, until next time, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.